Oh, man, I'm crazy about that song, yo. I'm crazy about that DMX track right there. Brother told me he had some seriously deep sounds he was going to send to us that was conscious. Well, send it, Hebrew. Don't hold back. Let us see what you're working with. You know what I mean? Because, listen, every aspect of the righteousness of the Most High got to come into power and into play. How I'm sounding? Y'all come out in the game. Welcome to the show, y'all. It's a wonderful Purim. You understand? We hold it down together in the brotherhood and the spirit of Christ. A lot going on. It's so hard to get into the war mode because it's such a righteous vibe up in this zone. Brothers down with brothers, harmony. You know what I'm saying? I remember this harmony, brother, back in Cheltenham. Back in Cheltenham, y'all don't know about Cheltenham. I'll let you know right quick. Cheltenham was the first school that I ever built through the grace and the mercy of the Most High and the authority of Marshal Arya Yaquab and the Seven Heads. I came to Philadelphia at a time when Philadelphia was ridden with gangs and ridden with all kind of JBM type black groups. Killing and murder rate was higher than New York. You understand? Brother said, man, what the hell are you doing going down there? You understand? That place there, man, looked like it's no man's land. You understand? But I came down here through the grace and mercy of the Lord. Big up to my long-lost friend who also got seduced by Satan, Haradapia. It turned on me at the last hour. One of my best friends back in the day, you understand, hooked up with me, and we came down here, man, and got a school up on Cheltenham Avenue. There was a beautiful little location for dropping the knowledge of the truth. It was home to the brotherhood and the sisterhood and righteousness. We had ups and downs like everywhere else. But walking in here tonight and seeing all the brothers and the sisters and the kids and the spirit on everybody, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You're not going to tell me that I'm to go get a white man and bring a white man up. I ain't going to stop. I know y'all think I'm going to stop. I'm not going to stop, all right? Can I say one thing on them? All right? I'm not going to stop. I promise. I'm going to restrain myself. But you're going to tell me this would have been the same Muhammad with a white man sitting up in here? When some cracker, some brother bring his white woman up in here and you try to tell me this was going to be the same? No, man, I ain't going out like that. You understand? You understand? I want to let everybody know, too, at the end of the show, I'm going to try to get to these phone calls this time. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I heard a few complaints. You understand? I'm going to try to get to the phone calls. Wait till the end of the show. I'm going to cue you up. You understand? And let you know. Let you know when to call in. And here's something deep. Pull me up the story of Purim right quick. I can't, of course, read you the whole story on the air tonight, but brothers and sisters, man, understand something. You think you worrying about the Ku Klux Klan. You worrying about the Illuminati, the Trilateral Commission, the CFR. You worrying about the militia, the Aryan Brotherhood up in the prisons. You ain't seen racism like what took place against black, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the Bible. You ain't seen it. And if you go, tell them where should they go to read this story at? The book of Esther, really the whole book of Esther. But the book of Esther starting about the 3rd or 4th chapter, am I right? 4th chapter. 4th chapter of the book of Esther. I'm going to just paraphrase through it. If you got a scriptural point in the middle of it, I'll tell you. What happened to the nation of Israel was this. That we were in captivity under, who was we under? Elam? What empire was we under? Persians and the Mede, my bad. The Persians and the Mede. And what is so beautiful and deep about what's going on right now is that America is talking about invading Iran right now. And the Persian Empire was run out of what you know today as Iraq and Iran and parts of Lebanon and parts of Syria. And the Persian Empire, who was eventually overthrown by the Greek Empire under that bastard Alexander the Greek, had men inside their empire that called for the complete and utter extermination of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and you don't even know about your history. To celebrate this holiday tonight is to understand two things. One, to understand the power of the Most High to deliver a nation, and to understand why he has so many stories in the Bible of this nation, the nation of Israel, being delivered from multiple nations around the world in times past, and the necessity of understanding that it is going to happen again. It's going to happen again. The other thing you're supposed to take away from understanding and reading this story is that you're supposed to understand that the Most High is a ridiculous defender of Israel against other nations, which is complete racism. Get me where the Lord said the other nations was dropping a bucket in the book of Isaiah. You understand? What? Oh, you just stacking them. Okay. You understand? Like, you're supposed to understand that, Israel. Don't tell me about joining some other nation. I don't give a damn what you think you read in the Bible. You wrong. I don't care if you read it in the old, the new, or some crackpot book you claim is the Bible. You wrong if you tell me that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are supposed to join any goddamn body on this earth. You don't understand the Bible. You just don't understand. You think you just a proud dumbass nigga that don't understand, or a proud dumbass Spanish tribe, or a coconut-eating Benjamite, or a simple-ass Gadite, or you're probably a goddamn heathen like Tahar, sitting up in here among us pretending like you an Israelite, and bringing every devil and heathen. I ain't going to talk about it. I'm going to chill. I'm not going in it, Makaba. But I tell you right now that the Most High will purify this nation. Every nation, heathen and dirty, stinking cracker that think he can join us better wake the hell up and get ready. You doubted the power of the Most High. I did not. Don't be mad with me, because you went and loved the cracker. Don't be mad with me. Niggas been handing you a history book on slavery since you was in kindergarten. Don't say you didn't understand the scripture. The Bible said, don't say to the angel that it was a mistake. It ain't no goddamn mistake. You love a dirty, stinking heathen, and you don't love your nation. And so you do what any greedy, lust-filled, carnal beast goes out and does. Turn on your own and join the goddamn white man. Especially GMS. That's it. That's all, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Especially them. So now, here our nation. I'm going to give you the synopsis on it. You can go back and read it in Esther, the 4th chapter. But here, the entire nation of Israel. And the Lord is so merciful on your black and Hispanic and Native Indian ass that he kept this story for 3,000 years so your retrogressive ass would read it and learn what the hell you supposed to learn. Here we are, underneath the authority of the Persian Empire. Israel destroyed, in poverty, struggling to get by every day under the Persians. The Persians living in the lap of luxury, full of riches and gold. When the white man invaded Iraq, they talked about the killing. They talked about the murder. But did you hear the news when they invaded the museums in Iraq? Y'all know about it. Everybody know them stories about when they invaded the museums in Iraq. You know why? They said they took out irreplaceable artifacts. They took out history that could not be replaced of the Syrian Empire, the Persian Empire, the Hittite Empire, the Babylonian Empire. They took history. What they didn't tell you on CNN, on Fox News, was that they stole all the gold that was stolen from your nation out of the museums in Iraq. That they stole the artifacts that showed you that Abraham was a black man in the middle of the Persian Empire. They stole the records on who you was and the wealth and the prosperity of what you had before they robbed you. And like old dumbass nigga, you want to be an Arab. You want to join Islam. You want to be a second-class citizen to a goddamn desert monkey. And some of you so damn low, you won't even take the Arab as the second class. You'll just be a slave for the white woman for a pair of sneakers. You just say, look, you ain't even got to put me in slavery. You'll just hold yourself. Don't even put me in slavery. Just hold me out. That's what you would do. That's what you would do. Well, they going in there now. They going into Syria. Right when Purim is coming. And you Negroes, of course, Christian church, Muslim mosque, that old fool Farrakhan, and the rest of them crying the blues. It ain't right that we beat the drums to war. It ain't right. Obama needs to realize we don't need no more wars. We ain't even paid for Iraq, and they talking about going in Iran. And that old devil with the bad arm, what's his name, ran for president? With the woman, McCain. Now, he spent 5 years locked up under who was he, under the Gooks? Brother, being under the Gooks is hell. The Gooks food in the best of their restaurants is slithering off the plate. You go to the best Gook restaurant and something's winding under the table up under your fork, still moving while you trying to so-called eat. I go in there, I got to go in there with Muhammad if I ever enter here, because he got to tell me, well, no, that's, I don't even know what it is. It all looked like just cut up squid and octopus to me. But he go and decipher it, you know, he into the chef thing. So he decipher and tell me what the hell I'm looking at. I ain't going to talk about the smell, hell. The smell of Killer Billy Goat, hell. So to be in captivity under them gooks, he caught hell. But the white man is a beast. And he don't give a damn what he do to gain power. And so he going in that country. Getting back to the story. Salaka, you throw my equilibrium off here. I'm Salaka. There's an ecosystem in this room here. You know what I'm saying? Salaka, for everybody listening, it's a violation. He's trying to make it better, but that's a violation of the ecosystem it is. Salaka. Hold on. Let me go back. So, just so you can understand, Akim and Akwaf, brothers and sisters, that when we were in the Persian Empire, they conspired to wipe us out. And guess where this conspiracy came from? The conspiracy to wipe out the nation of Israel came from the pride of one heathen. One heathen wanted to get recognized. Come on, Marco Bob, find it for me. You got me? One heathen. Like everybody read the story of Esther. Esther was so wonderful. Esther was tight. She did her job. One of the few black women, and yes, she was a black woman. Now, that's a whole nother class. Don't let GMS hear that, because you know they love a heathen. They ain't going to let you get her back into the nation. They're going to be a fight, going to be World War III. No, she's a Moabite. Nah, fool, she's an Israelite. But that's another class. But the point I'm bringing out is that everybody look at Esther, but don't nobody look deep on the story. But through the mercy, the Lord said he revealeth his secrets unto the prophets. I don't give a damn how much you don't like me. I don't give a damn how much you come up against me. I don't give a damn how much you try to slander me. I'm a prophet of the Most High in Christ, delivering the word of the Most High to you, and it behooves you to be wise and listen to what I got to say. Because it'll save your life. Because I can count on both hands and feet how many that didn't listen and is gone now. One heathen by the name of Haman, who wanted the love and the grace of the king, conspired to destroy the entire nation of Israel. And it wasn't just him, and I'll get back to him in a second. Caiaphas did the same thing. Because of his own ego and to save his own neck, he conspired to destroy the greatest man that ever walked the face of this earth, your King Yahushua. The power of a man's ego is amazing. The power of a man to do evil for his own gain is a very, very powerful demon. I know you ain't never heard that before because you've been listening to them preachers and them wannabe pretend Hebrew Israelites. You ain't gonna never learn what you're supposed to learn until you get ready to learn it from a prophet of the Lord. Tell them where you at, Hamakabah.
Esther, chapter 3, verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman.
Right. They all bowed and reverenced him. He was powerful, this dirty, stinking heathen. You gonna tell me I must love the so-called Arab world? This is an Arab from the Persian Empire. What you know today is Iran and Lebanon. The very people. And look what he was ready to do to your nation. Black man. Mr. I can be with a white woman. You dirty hoe. Read.
For the king had so commanded concerning him, but Mordecai bowed not.
But Mordecai bowed not, a brother, a Hebrew Israelite. He didn't give in to this pride that this stinking heathen had. He know that he bowed to the Most High in Christ and the men of the Lord, and that nobody is above the nation of Israel. I don't give a damn what heathen or what nation is or what power they got in the earth right now, especially the white man. The hell you doing trying to join a devil to the nation of the Lord? You out your damn mind. You better off smoking crack. Read.
Come on, sir. Nor did him reverence.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants which were in the king's gate said unto Mordecai, why transgressed thou the king's commandment?
He said, why do you transgress the king's commandment? Meaning, why you ain't bowing down and worshiping the gods of the Persians? Why you ain't doing it? Don't ask me why I'm a Hebrew Israelite, because I ain't bowing down to the gods of the goddamn Arabs. I'm not a goddamn Muslim. I'll never be one. The hell you mean why I ain't being a Muslim? Because we don't transgress the Most High law. You don't understand who you coming up against. But you better go back and read that book of Esther again. And stop looking for some black woman to worship because your blood to worship a woman. You better read that story and see who the man was that wiped out a nation. The power of the Most High in Christ. Read, huh?
Verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand.
Right, meaning they put the challenge up. Everybody bowing down and worshiping this dirty, stinking heathen, which is just like Israel. Just like Israel. The Lord take his hand up off of you for 5 minutes. The white woman in your bed. Her flat, nasty ass in your bed overnight. You done threw the black woman out, everything. Let you get a crumb in life. You niggas get a basketball contract, and the first thing you do is run out and get a white woman. You see GMS. Well, they're 6 years out the truth. They are a white woman chasing organization. 6 years they done left it. No, I'm sorry. 6 years they done started that organization. And they are a white woman chasing bunch of dummies. You run out there the first chance you get and suck up to a devil. Read.
4. He had told them that he was a Jew.
And let me tell you something. If you don't prefer your nation first, you ain't a man. How you gonna claim to be a man and you and your people, your bloodline, the blood running through your vein, you don't even put that first. But you claiming to be a man. You ain't no man. You're a dog is what you are. You're going to put a damn heathen before your nation, especially when the Lord said not to do it. Lord going to kill in this nation, man. He going to kill like he killed when we came out of Egypt. We came out of that damn Egypt, and all we wanted to do was get back, man. Oh, we wanted to get back so bad we wanted to see them pyramids. We still trying to get back to see them pyramids 4,000 years later. We got to go to Egypt, get our culture back. Get our identity back, be black. Well, that's what we did under these heathens. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
Yeah, he was full of wrath. All because Mordecai would not give him reverence. Boy, oh boy. And let me tell you something, man, you Hebrew Israelites. Boy, I wish you had some understanding. Boy, I wish that there was a way to put understanding of the Lord inside you. Because I wouldn't have needed nothing else but what that brother read right there. Because you know what that told me? That told me that if this heathen had so much audacity that he could not stand for one person in his entire kingdom to not reverence him, then you know what that tell me? That tell me that I'm in captivity under a nation. And that this nation I'm in captivity under wants me to reverence them at any cost. And that a man of God, Mordecai, that raised Ruth up to stand against these heathens, that man of God did not reverence no heathen. He didn't say John Travolta was an Israelite. He didn't say Robert De Niro was an Israelite. He didn't say you could have a concubine that's a white woman. He gave that heathen no reverence. Boy, I wish I could be a man of God. I wonder what it's like to have some balls. What must it be like to stand against this evil? He didn't go for it, Monkaba. He didn't go for that. And because of it, it infuriated this heathen. And it's supposed to let you and I know that America is begging us to show them reverence. They want us to be with their white woman. They want you in their colleges and speaking like white people. They want you in their world. They want you watching the game on Sunday and drinking the Budweiser. They want you buying their whores and buying their prostitutes and watching their skin flicks. That's what they want from us. They want to be loved like a god in this damn earth. They want all these things from us. But if I open up this Bible and I read the book of Esther, I'm supposed to learn that I ain't supposed to want that. I can take it if you want. That I'm supposed to not want it. I'm supposed to come against it, Cesaria. I'm supposed to be like, nah, damn the white man. No, I ain't mixing with him. No, I can't have no white woman. What the hell the Lord put the book of Esther in here for then? for you to turn around now, watch a heathen try to wipe out your family line 4,000 years ago, and you telling me 4,000 years later you want me to go marry a heathen, put her in my bed. You must be out of your goddamn mind. I ain't that stupid. I got a little deductive ability. I wasn't on the little yellow bus. I don't know about y'all. We all know when bitch was on the bus. Yeah. That's a given. Ain't nobody wondering about that no more. He don't know if he win, bitch, recall, whatever. Ain't nobody wondering about that. But I know I wasn't on the bus, so I got a little deductive ability, which let me know that we are not supposed to be loving these heathens. Come on, Marco Bob, give me some more.
Come on, concern. Verse 6. And he thought, scorned to lay hands on Mordecai alone. For they had shown him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews.
Say it, come on, read it again.
Wherefore Haman...
You telling me that we are supposed to join a heathen, and this is in God's word? Anybody, any man that's a Hebrew Israelite that read this and say he gonna get with a heathen, you follow man and not the Most High.
That's right.
You are a man pleaser. And the man you pleasing right now is the white man and the white woman, damn it. That's who you pleasing right now. You ain't pleasing the Most High. He wants you to be Mordecai, you dumbass.
That's right, Phil.
Read.
Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews.
Do you hear this? Did you hear what the brother just read? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Big up to all the brothers in all the camps around the country and outside of the country. Big up to every last Hebrew Israelite in the Israelite school of UPK. You are wonderful, man. You are amazing, brother. You are amazing. I see you with your braids and your studs and your garment and your old nigger attitude and your old diddy bop, and nigga, you Mordecai, damn it, you deserve to be recognized in the earth. Tell me to get with some white piece of garbage. How dare you even address that type of issue with the men of the Lord? And wait a minute now, hold it now, Makabah. The so-called Jew don't mix with nobody. Go to his neighborhood. You can go right up there. Forget about it. Up in North Philly, up in New York, you know where you can go. Right over there in the west side of the Bronx, Pelham Parkway. Well, they getting a little black now. Where at? Brooklyn. Oh, they done took over Crown Heights. Eastern Parkway is all white. We was up there a couple weeks ago. It's all crackers. It's all the so-called Jew on Eastern Parkway. King's Highway was all black 15 years ago. You go up there now, ain't nothing but mosques, yeshivas, not mosques, synagogues, yeshivas. They done ran every black and Benjamite from the days of David Dinkins in Brooklyn out of Brooklyn. And it's all so-called Jews' neighborhood now. And they ain't mixing with nobody. Excuse me. They buy a building, they ain't renting it to nobody but them. Open a store selling nothing but they stuff on it. But you hate me because I say a black man ain't supposed to get with no dirty, stinking white woman. You gonna hate me because I read in the Bible where a heathen say he gonna destroy our entire nation because we won't bow down and reverence that stinking dog. You tell me to read the book of the Arabs, the Quran? Somebody got a match? That's all I got to say to that garbage. Come on with it.
Wherefore, Haman sought to destroy all the Jews.
He sought to destroy 12 royal families that belong to the Lord. The Bible say, out of all the people, the Lord chose one. Do it not, Desire. Now, how you going? The Lord, he owned everything. He said, the goat on the highest hill, I'm paraphrasing. He said, I own it all. But out of all these people, I'm only going to take one. I'm only going to take one. I ain't going to bother the rest of you other nations. You can have whatever God you want. Chinese want to serve Buddha, go ahead. Arabs want to serve Allah, enjoy it. White man want to serve Diana, whoever, the stars, Venus, his own behind, the gerbils, whatever. Sodomy, whatever. Go ahead, enjoy. But these people, they belong to me. I made a covenant with their father, and I done put my name on them. I changed their name to Israel, Yasha Allah. He is a prince of the power. They belong to me, and you telling me that they must now join you. Let them die, I say. Let the bombs roll in Syria. Let the Most High turn loose on these damn heathens, man. How dare us? How dare you address me with the joining of another nation? When this heathen here said he's going to do away with all of God's children, the chosen people of the Lord, whom he already got in captivity to Zaya, Jeremiah. They already in captivity under him. We already in the ghetto and poor and poverty with no identity. And now, on the bottom of the earth, you're going to kill us too. Wasn't enough, huh? Wasn't enough to enslave us. You're going to kill us too. Let them die. Let them die. Let them die. Let them die. Let the Most High make every Hebrew Israelite and every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, let the Most High make him know how wicked and evil he is, forever considering to get us to join a stinking heathen, man. Get me Psalm 37 and 5. Please, before I lose my mind on this wonderful, wonderful day. You understand? How in the hell could you hate the white man and share your home and your bed with his white woman? I don't understand it. How could you say you hate pork, but you got it in the refrigerator, cooking it on the stove, but you don't eat it? You say you're not a murderer, but you got guns in the house that you murdered with, but you claim you ain't a murderer. You say you hate the white man, but you got white women in your bed. You're a liar. You're a dirty, stinking, regressive, reprobate liar. Because the Lord said these heathens would kill us. They get over the top of us, we better be bowing and begging and ussing. We better be loving everything they say and everything they do and everything they want. We better be just like the Christian church. Yes, a massing all the way to the grave. Because if one of us, if just one of us decide we don't want to bow, oh boy, the wrath of a fucking heathen, Salakia. Oh boy, dare any one of us say, I'm not going to mingle Israel with no heathen. Dare any of us say, I'm going to hold on to what Marsha, Arya, and Yaquab laid down in the 60s. How dare any of us decide that what we received in the past was the truth and that we should hold on to it, that we should have faith in Christ and to turn against it? How dare we attempt to be men of God? How dare we do it? We must be crazy, man. How dare we in turn turn around and speak evil of black people in front of the white man? Did y'all hear Win Bitch talking about that, about the black woman? Telling the white woman to curse out the black woman. Did y'all catch that tape? I caught it. I caught every syllable of it. I prayed for Win Bitch. I said, he's a psychopath. Well, see, only a psychopath could be that evil. You understand? And I know he'd do that right around that house with that white woman he got out there in Long Island. You understand? Call brothers or record. He probably called brothers niggas in front of her. Tell her to call brothers nigga. She probably in the house. She probably called him a nigga. Ooh. She blow his rod, get up from that bed and say, "You fucking nigga." Woo! And he probably laughing off like, "Oh, cut it out, cut it out." I gotta take a break, man. Take a break, man. I'm gonna come up. You on live with Israelite School at UPK. We doing it all the way, like we like to do it, y'all. Get up on it.
Shalom, Israel. You know what it is. The Most High's Passover.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The word again means repeated. A second time. And guess what? Guess what? You black people that's walking around, Hispanics and Native Indians, you are the people that were enslaved in Egypt. You are the children of Israel.
Come join Commanding General Yohana and ISUPK April 4th at the Alhambra Ballroom, 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, Harlem, New York, to celebrate the Lord's Passover.
Egypt enslaved the Jews for 400 years, built the greatest, most powerful empire on the face of the earth. But they violated God, and God destroyed Egypt and killed the Egyptian army.
It's a commandment to remember the power of the Most High, how the Lord delivered the children of Israel from the hand of their slave masters. Let us band together, Israel, April 4th. Alhambra Ballroom, 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, Harlem, New York. Pay your Passover fund early, $100 per brother, per sister, or family, so all Israel can enjoy the Lord's Passover. April 4th, 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, Harlem, New York. Shalom, Israel.
We back doing it up Purim style, breaking it down scripturally, going into it deep and showing what's up. I want to give a big up to Yakalak, Officer Yakalak, man. Beautiful tapes from Officer Yakalak coming out of Florida, man. Looking good and strong, warrior. Man, y'all doing it up right out there, man. Putting that school together, strengthening that zone. That looked real good. I also got to give a big up to Scales Balance. I don't know who Scales Balance is. Hey, Shalom, Tazalai. Y'all some other bunch of my shop. Big up to Tazalai in the house. All right. You know what I'm saying? Scales Balance. I don't know who that brother is, but that brother be throwing down on the internet. That's a bad dude. So big up to you, Scales Balances, man. We're going to get back into it a little bit more. I'm going to give a couple more scriptures on that, and then I'm jumping off of this because I got about a gazillion topics I'm going to try to knock out in 0 time if I possibly could. Come on, Mark Bob. Read that again.
Esther chapter 3, verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore, Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
You see that? He sought to wipe out the whole kingdom of Israel because Mordecai wouldn't bow to him. Get me where he laid the decree down in the story.
Come on, sir.
Holding it before. What was you holding?
The first month, that is the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast pur. This is the lot before Haman from day to day and from month to month to the 12th month, that is the month of Adar.
So they would cast lots on what they should do in their kingdom. Go ahead.
And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed.
That's talking about you, Israel. You scattered abroad and dispersed. Go ahead.
Among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
And you in every state in America. Go ahead. And around the world.
And their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws.
Right. Our way of life with the Lord is diverse from all kingdoms. Neither do we keep Esau's law. That's why we going to jail, breaking the law, going up against him all the time. Read on.
Therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
Meaning they saying it ain't no more benefit to suffer them. Meaning they had us in slavery like here in America. Worked us to death here in America. Got rich off us, built them an empire, and now it's no benefit to have us around. Now it ain't of no use to them to have us around. Go ahead.
Come, sir. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Let it be written that they may be destroyed. Go ahead.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury.
You see that? And he paid 10,000 for the king to go ahead and wipe us out. And you say we should join some heathens. So let's sit on that, Makaba. I'll come back and deal with that a little bit later on, or probably may not be today. I want to tell y'all about something else that's going on right now in America, man. Okay. Close that for me. It's going on right now in America that they just passed the law on. Paperless child support payments may cost poor fathers their only source of income. Y'all heard about this? This is a rough one here. Washington. Old child support debts could cost thousands of poor black men their only income next year because of a policy aimed at reducing the cost to the government of mailing paper checks to pay federal benefits. Meaning, to pay federal benefits like disability, Social Security, veterans pay, the government decided that they don't want to pay paper checks because it costs them too much money, about 10 cents a check. It's too much money to spend on a nigga. So they decided now just freeze your bank account. And when they freeze your bank account, that's just it for you. And plug this one in too. The one I got attached to this one right here, yes, sir. Plug that one in. Let me bear with me 1 second, y'all. So this is what they plan on doing. Yeah, needed to plug in right here. The Treasury Department will start paying benefits electronically next March. It will stop issuing paper checks that many people rely on to safeguard a portion of their benefits from states trying to collect back child support. So any brothers that got back child support from another state, they're going to now put the money in a bank account, which means those states can reach into your bank account in the state that you in and seize that money as it's coming into your account every month. They'll seize the account, and the money will still be going to your account, and they'll be taking your entire check, no longer the 17%. And they claim this is to help them save money. This is to wipe out black people. States can freeze the bank accounts of people who owe child support. A separate Treasury Department rule in place since last May in a preliminary form guarantees them the power to freeze Social Security. If you on Social Security and you an old man getting Social Security, disability, you on disability now and you getting child support, they're going to come back and take that money too. Veterans benefits have been deposited into the accounts. Once paper checks are eliminated, listen to this, y'all. Once paper checks are eliminated, 275,000 people will lose access to all their income. All their income. That means they on Social Security paying their rent, have some food. Now them states gonna go in and wipe out all the money, not just a part of it. And you gonna tell me that the white man ain't the devil? He coming to take over and wipe black people out. Here's what the Edomites said. that was reporting. It's kind of Orwellian. For those of you that don't know what that means it's like George Orwell's 1984, which is a book that George Orwell wrote about a future society where the government control every single aspect. Money owed is interest and fees that add up when men are unable to pay because they are disabled, institutionalized, or imprisoned. That means you go to prison, you owe the back child support, fees and interest pile up on it. You come out, and this bastard come along and seize every quarter you get. You be in the street homeless. The white man is the devil, man. Ain't no way to join the white man and think you're going to be right. Okay? Most of the money will go to governments. Check this out. Not to the children of the men with child support debts. Independent analysis shows states are allowed to keep child support money as repayment for welfare previously provided for those children. In some instances, the grown children are supporting the fathers that owe the support. Meaning the child done grew up, took their father in their house, and the bank still come and seize the old child support money, even though the child taking care of their father that's disabled or elderly. Get me in Deuteronomy where it says he shall not regard a person, is that, or maybe I say I'm mixing them up. Because that's what this is talking about. You gonna tell me to love a white woman? Anybody that love the white man or love the white woman, you don't love black people, or you don't understand what black people are going through. Because if you understood what black people are going through and whose hand is it that's causing it, there's no way you could love the white man. There's no way you could be following him and loving him. You understand? Let me read some more. The rule change illustrates how a politically desirable goal like cracking down on so-called deadbeat dads can have complicated, even counterproductive effects in practice. Now check this out. A politically desirable goal. This ain't even got nothing to do with the necessity of raising the money for the child. It's just a political goal, meaning the ones that want to wipe us out, they in the politics arguing for better laws to strip black men down and destroy them. And you silly, dumbass black women think that it's right that he come up with that money and take care of his child. You a dummy. You don't even understand. Not only is the white man wiping out the man that's going to take care of that child, he going to wipe out the whole neighborhood. And you're going to be standing there still with that child. Then he going to take your job, you dumbass. We don't even understand the evil in this place, man. We better be crying on to the Most High to deliver this nation, man. Let me read some more. The rule doesn't look at the fact that the money is mostly interest. The money is going to the state. The kids are usually adults, and it's leaving the payer with nothing, says Ashley Highland, legal aid attorney who works with the poor in Chicago. Highland says her office has clients in eviction, in foreclosure, and unable to pay their bills because of states' aggressive efforts to collect back child support. You black women, you don't care. That's why it's politically good. That's why they can destroy a black man like that. Because you don't care if they do it. You think it's right because you got a demon on you from the Garden of Eden on trying to destroy black people, black men. Michael Herrera, 44, has had his bank account frozen since 2009, blocking his access to $800 a month in government benefits. Unable to work because of a severe back injury he suffered in 2000, Herrera fell behind on child support. He owes more than $7,000, not to his 22-year-old son, but to the state of New York, because his son received welfare years ago. His son got welfare, so they want the money out of him now. I'm just waiting for them to lock me up, he said. I don't see no other way of me repaying the debt. He's just waiting to go to jail. And you telling me that you love another nation, seeing the destruction of this nation? You seeing what done happened to us? The only thing supposed to be on our mind is each other. We're supposed to be circling the damn wagons trying to figure out how we going to turn to the Lord and repent from our sins and get the Lord on our side to stop this madness that's happened to black men all around. And if I didn't bring this story, you wouldn't have known a damn thing about it. Because don't nobody forward you no story about what black people is suffering. But you hate me for what I say and what I do. Okay, starting next March, that option will disappear. Wait a minute. States have the right. The Treasury Department will deposit federal benefits directly in the bank accounts or load them on the prepaid debit cards. Either way, state child support agencies will be able to seize all of it. Electronic payments are expected to save the government $1 billion over 10 years. Now, what's $1 billion over 10 years to the United States government? That ain't nothing. That's about $1 million, what is it, $10 million a year or something like that. So what? Ridiculous, man. Compared to the amount of trillions of dollars that they spending. They owe trillions of dollars in debt, but black people owe 10 million. They gonna wipe us completely out. Black man, listen to me good. Run from them stinking white women loving pieces of garbage like Tahar. And you find your way into the Israelite school of UPK, man, where brothers care about brothers in here and prepare to fix this nation from the evil that it has encountered, man. Let's get some more. Let me get a little bit more on this. The Treasury Department understands that forcing people into direct deposit could deprive them of all of their income, says officials. So they know what it's going to do. Who spoke on a condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss the rule writing process. States can garnish only 65% of benefits before the federal government sends them out. But the limit does not apply once the money is in an account and states ask banks to freeze it, according to the Treasury Department. A Treasury spokesman declined to discuss the policy. The officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity say they believe the policy is legally unavoidable. They describe a dilemma: restrain states trying to collect child support debts or risk depriving thousands of people of their only income. So guess what? States went out. Let the states get their money. Forget the people that's, you're going to wipe out their entire income. There is no mercy for a black man. You tell me to go find me a white woman, and there ain't no mercy for a black man. And you're going to see it. Look, listen to what they said in the article. Treasury legal justification assumes that receiving a paper check is still an option, says Tyler, the Brooklyn attorney. Letting state agencies seize the money contradicts the public stance of the Public Department of Health and Human Services, the federal agency in charge of child support collection. The department does not want states to collect child support so aggressively that poor people lose their only income. They said they don't even want it, but the government is going along with it. Okay? Wolf said HHS is developing guidelines for states to make sure we're not putting someone into deep poverty as a result of an automatic collection. He declined to provide details of the plan, meaning they're going to talk about it. That's all they're going to do. Lawyers from HHS agreed with Treasury's decision to let states seize benefits. So they agreed with it, according to the Treasury memo. An early version of the Treasury Department rule protected people from having their federal benefits frozen by debt collectors, including private collection agencies and states seeking back child support. State child support agencies replied in public comments on the proposed rule that blocked their access to people's benefits would cause great harm to parents and children receiving child support. Meaning they done did the study and realized the money ain't even going to the kids. But they made the argument that you depriving kids of necessary funding. HHS research suggests the policy could deepen the hardship of people who collect benefits as well. This is crazy. People who owe large amounts of child support are almost always universally poor. Among those owing $30,000 or more, 3/4 had no reported income or income of less than $10,000. Many had their earnings interrupted by disability or jail time and are unlikely to pay the child support debt, the government-sponsored research said. So they saying you're going after people that ain't even really got no way to pay the money. But you're going to strangle them until they got nothing left. And then you're going to wonder why they done broke in some woman's house and cut her throat and stole her little jewelry off her neck and off her fingers and cut her damn fingers off. You're going to be wondering why they did it. Now, I'm telling you why right now. That same cat with disability going to have a baseball bat up his sleeve and bust some broad upside her head to take her for her jewelry or her little wallet so that he can get his money back that the government is about to take away from her. It's sickening and it's insane, and it is why the Lord got to raise up the nation of Israel so that you can have a nation to come to, so that you could have a way out of this evil, diabolical plot to destroy the Lord's people, man. Meanwhile, you running around out there halfway, you can open it, Yaya. Meanwhile, you running around out there halfway looking up in the faces of other nations when your ass supposed to be sitting back trying to avoid joining them other nations and helping yours. Instead, you watching us drown and die while you chase off and try to find a heathen to save you and buy you a pair of sneakers so you ain't got to drown with the rest of us. You are disgusting. And you're not a man. The usual method of collecting back child support often don't work with the poor. States typically start by garnishing wages. If that don't work, they can suspend driver's license, revoke passports, take away professional credentials. Those measures have little effect on poor people without jobs who rely on federal benefits. They have no wages to garner, no passports. Many can't afford a car and do not need a driver's license. State child support agencies echo the HHS view that child support enforcement should not be so draconian that people end up with nothing. They say draconian because, like Count Dracula, who was so vicious on his past, on his enemies in Transylvania. Draconian. You don't want the non-custodial parent to go out and be living on the streets. You're not going to collect anything at that point, says Tom Shanahan, spokesman for the Idaho Department of Health. A little bit more, if I could. The White House, Obama, your president, the White House is reviewing the final version of the rule. They taking a look at it. Its impact so far has been limited, legal aid lawyer said, because people can still use paper checks. A White House spokesman did not respond a request for a comment. In a letter sent last week, the National Consumer Law Center and dozens of other groups called on the head of Social Security Administration to withdraw his support for the rule. While both current and past child support orders should be paid, the letter said it should not result in the complete impoverishment of recipients of federal benefits. They're going to wipe black people out. You're going to be feeding homeless people on your lawn. It's going to be just like in the days of Christ with the man with the palsy sitting on the edge of the beach waiting to get healed. We need the power yesterday. Now here's what he said. There's not a lot of sympathy for deadbeat dads, and justly so, Val says. But everybody's got limits. And I think people who have never walked a mile in some of those old worn-out shoes are a little quick to rush to judgment about what that life might be like. And listen, another part is said, because of that, it's a little, hold on. In another part of the story, he turned around and said, because there's not a lot of sympathy for these deadbeat dads, that is why they can't come up against it and stop it. Let me tell you something, man. The nation of Israel is under attack. When you want to wipe out a nation, you wipe out the men. These kind of laws and rules that you don't hear nothing about, all of a sudden you see black men roaming the damn streets, piling up in the homeless shelter. You wondering what the hell is going on or how they doing it. I'm telling you how they doing it. While they got you loving white people, they in the back rooms passing laws that's wiping you out. You don't even know it's coming. Like 90% of black and Hispanic and Native Indians don't even know this law is coming. They just going to wake up one day and have a bank card thinking this is where they money at, and go to the ATM and come to find out it's frozen from some other state over child support because some evil bitch wanted to be a hoe and run out there and not obey her husband and turn around now, and now this cat is damn homeless, man. The Lord going to make a way around this. The Lord going to make a way for Israel to escape this, man. Let me get a couple on this, man. Isaiah 59:4, Makaba. I know I'm going over the time, man. Right.
Isaiah chapter 59, verse 4. None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth.
You hear that? None calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth, man. Let me tell you something, man. Every brother that's out there that hear my voice, if you got a woman that got a brother in child support court or is getting a child support check, you be a man tonight. And remember your nation that the Lord delivered, which is why we celebrating the high holy day Purim. And you go to your woman and you tell her, you go to your woman and you make her drop that child support payment. Make her drop that damn child support payment, man. How the hell you gonna be a black man, you living up in a house with a black woman that's got child support payments, stripping another brother for some money when she done went out there and been a hoe, or who Lord knows what she done did. I don't care what the case is. Ain't no decent woman losing no man. You lost your man is cause some wicked thing you doing. That the Lord did not keep that man with you, or gave you a wicked one from the door. That you swear you so righteous that it can never be the Lord. Get your act together, man. Brothers, y'all got to stop these women on these child support payments. You talking to a sister out there, you ask her, you got a brother in child support? She say, yeah. You cut her off. You tell her, let that brother go. He want to take care of his kid, he'll take care of his kid. He don't want to take care of that kid, you take up the responsibility, man. Stop letting these women put 50 pairs of shoes in their damn closet. Spending up their credit cards on nonsense they don't have. I see them. You understand? I'm in the shipping business. And I see them. They buying up everything they can't stop. They in the store buying things they don't need. How many pocketbooks do you need, damn it? You got 30 pocketbooks. You only use 3. The other 27 sit in the closet. And every one of them costs $200. You stop this vanity that's in this nation, man. We wouldn't have to worry about no child support if we cut out the wickedness that we doing against the Lord. Read.
Sir. They trust in vanity.
And you sisters, wait a minute. You sisters ain't all. You sisters that's in this truth. Don't act like you in this truth and you got some brother in child support. And let me tell the black woman something, man. You better snap out of it. You better put the black man first above your damn self. The Lord said for every Hebrew Israelite to put the Lord above himself. The men in that Bible lost their lives standing for the Lord. They put the Lord above their life. You black woman, you put the man above your life. Some of these women in this Bible went into poverty. They went into poverty in this Bible, putting their husband before themselves. The hell you trying to gain in this life? America's over. It's going into the Third World War. They're getting ready to invade the full-out Middle East. They're going into Syria. They're going into Iran. We at the end. What the hell else you trying to enjoy in this stinking rat hole? You better come out of it, man. put that man above yourself, you selfish monster, because the Lord going to take it up with you. Read on.
They trust in vanity and speak lies.
Right. They trust in vanity and speak lies, man. Read on.
They conceive mischief.
They do what? What verse you in?
Verse 4, sir.
Finish up 4. They do what?
Conceive mischief.
Go ahead.
And bring forth iniquity.
And bring forth wickedness, man. Is what they do, man. That's what they do, man. The white man work a mischief against us. And you with your silly self, you go ahead, join right in and go right along with it. Get me Daniel 7:25. You join and put the same spirit. Everybody hate the black man, including the black woman. And that's why every last one of you brothers need to come together. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, scratch that. Everybody hate the black man, including the black woman and the black man. Let me get it right, Maya. Chill. I left one out. Everybody hate the black man, including the black man. Some of you niggas think it's cool. You think you a player. Because your woman got another brother in child support. You laying up in his bed with his ex-woman while she paying the bills off of him. You looking at him like a sucker while you laying up in that bed until she throw your funky behind out with that next little rag head she had from your dumb ass. If she ain't have enough integrity with that brother not to put him in child support court, what you think she gonna do with your dumb ass? Why don't you teach the black woman something? I know why you won't teach her nothing, because you really want a white woman. Maybe you teach the black woman something. Maybe she'll cut that brother's child support off, and maybe she'll be a helpmate to you and give you the ability to raise her household up where she don't need that damn money. You want to know what's going around? Get in your car Sunday about 6 o'clock. Just ride through the neighborhood. Be 20 goddamn arguments on the doorstep. Some brother bringing back his kids after the weekend visit. And he at the door. And the arguing going, I see it every Sunday. And the arguing going on. Why you, where his sweater at? Something. One brother, the other night, I'm coming through. One brother had his woman in the car. You black woman, you a monster. You gonna take the black man to child support court, cut him off, take his house, take his kids, and then he dare not show up with the new woman in front of you. You cut him off, you took the money, you got the kids, he come with the new woman, you still mad. The brother, he pull up with the new woman, take the kid out the car, the bitch jump out the house, ass everywhere. She come out in some spandex with about 50 gallons of ass coming down the steps. And I know this is why all them niggas got trapped up and jammed up. The minute she came out the door, I said, poor brother. And he saw that ass. He didn't know what he was in for. All he saw was that ass. He didn't know there was hell up inside here. He get out the car, he got the new woman with him, he frustrated, he mad. You can tell he fixing the kid's jacket because he really don't want to go to the door. So he fixing the jacket, he postponing it. Well, she sure didn't wait. Bust out the door. Who that in the car? Who you got my son around? I don't want my son around no other woman. I'm his mother. Here we go. And they arguing in the fence. Neighbors coming out. He trying to get out of there because he know what's next is a police incident. What's next is a Sunday night in jail, missing work, Monday morning, job in trouble, new woman pissed off, she halfway evil too. A black man is in hell. You got to come into the truth and learn how to get out of this hell, man. Thank the Lord for Marshall Ariane Yaikwab, man. I thank the Most High they gave me this truth. Let me tell you something. I got no child support courts and cases and never did. Okay? I ain't saying that to everybody, man, but I don't know what it is to be brought up on child support. You understand? I'm glad they didn't, because I probably would have killed the bitch. I wouldn't be here now. Somebody else be teaching and say, yeah, that brother Johanna, he was so mad, he killed the bitch. He in the pen now. The Lord have mercy on me. The Lord said, no, that nigga can't take that. We give him a pass. Give him some other help. Give him GMS or some shit. He can handle that. That's lightweight. He can handle that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yo, man. And this is why you got to come into the truth. You got to get what I got from Yaquab and Marshall and them, man. They taught me how to escape this evil. How not to fall up under the cloak of the white man, loving the white woman and all these heathens, man. And you got to come into it and learn it too, black man. Where you at, Hamakabah?
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
Go ahead.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints.
You hear that? Read that part again. And he shall what?
He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints.
You hear that? He done wore out the saints of the Most High. You hit me tornado style now. Read on. Go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
And to think to change times and laws. He done changed the law now. And this is an evil, evil time. He done changed the law, and it's an evil time. Finish 25. Go ahead.
And they shall be given into his hands until a time and dividing of time.
Meaning there's a period of time that he got to rule over us and to do this evil to us. Well, brother, that time is coming to a short. That time is coming to an end. He done had time to do these evil things and pass these laws and do all kind of wickedness to us. But the Lord gonna give us that power, and this devil ain't gonna be able to do nothing against us, man. And they gonna see why everybody on the earth is reading about a nation called Israel. They gonna understand in that day. They gonna understand the threat that this nation of Israel is to the entire world. And how every time they've been put into captivity, the Lord raised them up out of captivity and gave them power over their enemies, man. They didn't go join their enemies and get power, you dumbass. They went against their enemies and was risen up with power from the Most High and overthrew them with the power of the Most High, okay? Not with no gun like some carnal man, okay? With some carnal man. What you got for me? Get me Job. Can I get one more?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take a break after this one. Give me Job 5 and 10. I'm trying to get it all in. I see the time running away. I'm going to try to get to these phone calls. Please bear with me. I got to get this. I ain't get to the tornadoes. I ain't get to the child molestation. I want to talk about GMS and the pink panties. They mad now. I saw Johanna about lose his mind because I said something about the panties. And he's saying you can have the panties. And I'm saying you can't have the panties. And now we got a big problem. So I want to clear up the panty problem now. All right. So y'all bear with me. Hang with me a little longer. Let me get one more scripture. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and deal with whether or not a man can wear his woman's bloomers. All right. Read that.
Job chapter 5, verse 10. Who giveth rain upon the earth?
Who gives rain on the earth, man? You done forgot who's in charge of the earth. You done had your head up the white man's behind so long. You done forgot who's in charge on this earth. The Most High giveth the rain on this earth. Go ahead.
And sendeth waters upon the fields.
And sendeth water upon the fields. The white man's scared of the future, scared of the nuclear war, scared of the Arabs, scared of the oil being cut off, scared of the Illuminati, scared of the microchip, scared of every damn thing. You don't be scared of none of it. Christ said, see that you be not troubled. Go read Matthew 24. He said, see that you be not troubled. Don't give a damn what the white man come up with. This is the end of his empire and the beginning of the Lord's empire. You better serve the incoming president, okay? You hear what they say about serving the incoming, when the incoming president come in, the administration change. Well, Christ's going to be the new president of the earth. Excuse me, the galaxy. Now you better get ready. You understand? Instead of worrying about him, you worry about the Most High. Where you at?
Verse 11.
Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
This ain't no time to be chasing no white woman. Stargazing at John Travolta and Robert De Niro, two nasty crackers. Al Pacino. Al Pacino paid the Godfather. All of a sudden, he an Israelite. Some dirty, hook-nosed Jew. Y'all didn't know he's a so-called Jew. Sitting up there pretending to be something else. Them so-called Jews with different names up there in Hollywood, man. That's who's sitting up there playing them parts in Hollywood. Them crackers be so-called Jews, huh? Who you think run the whole industry? So they putting actors in that so-called Jews, change their name, and you looking at them like they Italian gangsters. He Robert De Niro. You go look at him in that first Godfather when the brother smacking him in the head at the table. Before they put the makeup on and make him look dark like an Italian. He looked like an old hook-nosed Jew. Al Pacino. Go look at him in that old one. He's an old hook-nosed Jew. Go look at him in the old movie where he played a lawyer. Oh, he played the mayor. Played the mayor of New York. Yeah. He old whining so-called Jew. You looking at him like he's a Israelite. You TV junkie. How low can you be? You gonna call yourself a man of God and a nigga on TV convince you he's a cracker on TV convince you he's an Israelite. And they took on them old European name and lived in them country. A lot of them Hispanics you see on TV is from Argentina and they so-called Jews. You looking at them like they something great. Dirty, stinking junkie for the white man. Make me sick. A goddamn groupie. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Nearer than when we woke up, man. Taharshitters was supposed to stay on track and obey what he was receiving in the beginning. Instead, he went the hell off, went and convinced Marshall to leave out the school, and went the hell off into some crackpot religion. Come back out like a bunch of lunatics in 2006. And did you see Win Bitch on that tape? Tell me you saw Win Bitch on that tape. Tell me you saw his ass on that tape acting like a full-out lunatic. He won't say it to my face. Yeah, somebody sent me a tape of Tahar putting both middle fingers up to the camera. I think that was Yahya, wasn't it? Somebody sent me that tape. Yahya catch the craziest GMS tapes on earth. Send me them tapes, brother, and it'd be they lunatics on the damn tape. Lunatics. Let me go on. All right, is that it? All right, come on back. Give me Job real quick. Did you finish 725?
Yes, sir.
Give me Job 5 and 10 real quick. I'm going to finish that up. I'm going to take another quick break and come back and talk about them bloomers. I can't get to everything tonight, y'all. I want to get to them tornadoes, and I want to get to some more about Syria. But I got to get to them bloomers because I got to understand this ideology that they done came up with here. If this ain't Eddie Long ideology, I don't know what the hell is. We're going to figure this out tonight. Come on with it.
Verse 11, sir.
Go ahead, slug it.
To set up on high those that be low.
Do what?
Set up on high those that be low.
Right. The Most High sets up on high those that be low. That's his purpose, man. Go ahead.
That those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
That those that mourn may be exalted to safety, man. That they may be exalted to safety. Go ahead. And that's you, Israel. You ain't going to get exalted to safety because you let a white woman buy you some sneakers. Go move in her house. You think that's going to exalt you to safety? That is not going to exalt you to no damn safety, man. Read.
He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
He just disappoint these devices of the crafty ones. You understand? He disappoint they devices, man. The damn microchip. You worrying about the microchip when the Lord said he disappoint they devices. They come up with the microchip, the Lord gonna stop them from doing it, man. But you know what ain't gonna get stopped? You loving to be a damn Christian. You loving white people. You loving John Travolta. That won't get stopped because that's in your dirty, stinking, retrogressive, Israelite hating ass. And that part don't never get stopped. And that's why the Lord got to kill some of these Israelites so that they will not go into that part, man. Okay? Read on.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So they enterprise with microchipping everybody. The Lord said they are not going to be able to complete that enterprise, man. He stops them in the midst of that enterprise. Real quick, let me say big up to Polypo Wise, big up to Akkad Abarayam, big up to Quatazar for getting down in the trucks and rolling that operation, man. Y'all hold it down, man. Keep it rolling. I know y'all couldn't get it in today. Y'all did a hell of a job with that operation. Y'all stay on it, man. It's growing fast, and it's doing a good thing, man. Beautiful thing. But I want to get back up on this one more time. You running around with the New World Order microchip. The microchip. Read it again.
Sir. Who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
And those that mourn may be exalted to safety. Go ahead.
He disappointeth the device of the crafty.
He disappoint the device of the crafty. That microchip is a crafty device, but that ain't to be feared. The Lord gonna disappoint that device. But what about what's in your heart, black man? What about what's in your heart to love these heathens that have enslaved you and to throw away the Most High for them? What about that? Read.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Don't understand? You understand? The New World Order, the dollar bill, the money they gonna try to use to destroy you, the microchip. The Lord gonna destroy all their enterprises, man. And if you pray to the Lord and come together in brotherhood, the Lord will stop them bastards as well. You understand? They tried to resurrect Egypt. That's why I got a pyramid on the damn dollar bill. They tried to resurrect the New World Order. They trying to resurrect the New World Order right now. They trying to bring it on in, but the Lord said he gonna do what?
So, Slaki, he disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Tell them where you at. Read on.
Job chapter 5, verse 12. Verse 13. He that taketh the wise of their own...
Read it again. Take your time. Read it right.
He disappointeth the...
13.
Come, sir. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
He taketh the wise... Like I keep putting the mic over there. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, man. Ain't nothing the white man could do could stop the Most High. They started out in the 1700s trying to build a new world order. They started out in the 1700s setting up the Illuminati to take over the world and set up a world empire, man. The Lord said it's going to be stopped. It's going to be disappointed. But you know what then always came up against the Lord time and time again? Your desire to worship the other nations and to worship the white man. Read.
And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
Go ahead.
They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night.
You hear that? They grope in the noonday as in the night, man. They sit there in the noonday groping how to do this. They meet in the darkness in the daytime, meaning they meet with darkness in the daytime, meaning they sit there and put together schemes in the middle of the day in darkness. Read it again.
Come, sir. Back to 13, sir. 14, sir. They meet the darkness in the daytime.
Read it again.
They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night.
Right. Meaning they sit up in the daytime and meet with dark secrets. The microchip, the Illuminati, the New World Order, Alex Jones bull crap. But that don't mean nothing to the Most High. Most High gonna stop every last bit of it. Read.
But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty.
And from the hand of the mighty. Go ahead.
So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth.
The poor got hope, man. And iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Wickedness gonna get shut down, including buying whores, chasing white women, joining the white man, putting white men among you, being faggots and lesbians in these churches, upholding every evil act of this empire. The Lord said that iniquity is gonna stop her mouth, man. That wickedness is gonna be in it. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm coming back. I want to talk about Pennyland. Be back in a moment, y'all, on the UPK.
Shalom, Israel. You know what it is. The Most High's Passover.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The word again means repeated. A second time. And guess what? Guess what? You black people that's walking around, Hispanics and Native Indians, you are the people that were enslaved in Egypt. You are the children of Israel.
Come join Commanding General Yohana and ISUPK April 4th at the Alhambra Ballroom, 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, Harlem, New York, to celebrate the Lord's Passover.
Egypt enslaved the Jews for 400 years, built the greatest, most powerful empire on the face of the earth. But they violated God, and God destroyed Egypt and killed the Egyptian army.
It's a commandment to remember the power of the Most High, how the Lord delivered the children of Israel from the hand of their slave masters. Let us band together, Israel, April 4th. Alhambra Ballroom, 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, Harlem, New York. Pay your Passover fund early, $100 per brother, per sister, or family, so all Israel can enjoy the Lord's Passover. April 4th, 2116 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, Harlem, New York. Shalom, Israel.
Man, I hope every one of you will join me on April 4th in Harlem, New York City. We are going to have a blast, man. I'm getting calls and emails from very far away places, from faces that I have not seen for quite some time. I'm so happy to know, and to know that they're doing well, and to know that we are going to all be together in New York City doing it up on April 4th. Come break bread with your brother, man. Brotherhood is absolutely necessary right about now. It's something that's not going on in this earth right now. The Most High done called me to call you to help bring this nation back together and for it to be one. So come on out and join me, man, and support us with that money, that $100, so that we can take care of this place and get lamb for everybody. And pay your tithes, man. Support us with your tithes and everything. Let's do it up right, man. Join me, man, April 4th. And let me bring y'all all together so that we can really do this right. You know what I'm saying is right. Anybody that loves this truth, past, present, and future, and anybody that loves the knowledge that we put down, you know good and well you want to be there. Satan going to try to block you. Don't worry about no garment. You ain't got no garment, don't worry about it. Come up off the plane or off the bus or the train and walk up in there. We're going to have garments up in there for brothers to get. We're going to have everything you need. Sisters, don't worry about no scarves or none of that stuff. All that going to be up in there waiting on you for you to come on through, man, and help support this truth and get locked all the way in, man, and drop this knowledge. And more importantly, I'm going to tell you something that's halfway carnal. I want you to come to this Passover because I want you to see what I did with niggas on the street. I want you to see what I did with drug dealers and stick-up kids in the power and the grace and the name of the Most High in Christ. I want you to see my officers. I want you to bump into them in the hallway, step on their toe, and I want you to see the spirit of brotherhood and righteousness that's in them. You understand? That's what I want to see. Not that they soft. Make no mistake. Don't come up in that door acting simple. You understand? Because you will get met with all power and authority at that door. But I want you to see what we done did with brotherhood and righteousness. I want you to see how much I did not let what Mashah, Ariyah, and Yaquab gave me go to waste and get thrown down into the gutters to be drained away with all the slime and dirt and filth of this place. I kept it, man, through the grace and mercy of the Lord, and I passed it on. I multiplied my penny. I didn't fake the game. You understand? I multiplied that penny. And that penny got multiplied not just for me. It got multiplied because you had a part in this. If I had thrown the truth away in the UPK, all your works that you did either in the past or recently would have all got wasted. All the works these young brothers done did would have been wasted because you got so many people like that old stinking heathen Tahar running around throwing away the truth and trying to get rid of this knowledge. Well, guess what? I kept it for you. So the least you could do, man, is come on with your brother. Break bread with me, man. Let's tear a piece of lamb together, man, and talk about how great the Most High is. Join me April 4th, y'all. I want to see you on the set. Support me in this thing, man. You know what I mean? And while I'm at it, let me give a couple of shout-outs, okay, if I could, before I get to it. I want to say, number one, big up to Marwa, all the way from Honduras. Big up to you. I know I ain't answer your other email, Hebrew. I know I ain't answer your other, can you deal with that? I know I ain't answer your other email, but bear with me a second, y'all. Y'all know I'm busy as it could be. Big up to SPCP, big up to GMOS. Sister Taba Bob, I done forwarded your email. All right? Your email done got forwarded to the proper authorities, man. Okay? Big up to Sister Kahana. You understand? Kana. Big up to her. Ain't she out of Atlanta, right? Big up to Sister, I heard you just got your Hebrew name out of Atlanta. Big up to you. Sister Taba Bob, I done forwarded your email. Stop checking me on it, please. Thank you. Big up to MAL. She the only one I let do that. Big up to Jamie. All right. Big up to Trooper Dawada holding it down on the comeback kid. Swinging and throwing. You understand? Big up to him. Big up to Officer Zakalak. I mentioned it. Yakalak, I mentioned him earlier, doing a hell of a job out there in Florida, building that school with them Chase. Big up to all the brothers out of town, man, holding it down, building them schools up. Some of y'all out there by yourself, 1, 2, 3 brothers, y'all doing a fabulous job, man. It's amazing how disciplined you've been, man, following orders and carrying it out again. Big up, Most High in Christ. Big up to the Hebrew Academy. You understand? Came through and graduated. You understand? Big up to them. You understand? Always big up to my squad, the generals, captains, officers, everybody holding it down. Big up to Hadassah Gad Israel. Big up to you. You understand? Holding it down with us in here. Big up to Scales Balancing. Scales Balancers, they got nothing but hate from GMS. Scales Balancers tears their ass out 6 ways to Sunday. He like the internet police on their ass, on GMS ass. Boy, they can't stand him. He tears them out the frame every time. So big up to him. I got to see some of his comments this week. I know I ain't been in touch with everybody, but we on a serious move towards setting up this Passover. We got about a month away, so we rolling heavy. Everybody paid their tithe. Now ain't the time to hold back no cash. I need all the money I can get my hands on. I'm moving vehicles up and down these roads. We setting things up. We pushing this truth in every way we can. Don't hold back now. Get them tithes up in here to me, man. Get that cash flowing like it's supposed to. Pay that Passover fund, man. Let's get it in. Okay? Now, GMS, your turn. GMS and the Pink Panties Saga. Let me go back to the beginning. Right, Pantygate. Let me go back to the beginning. In an article that I did for, what was the name of that magazine? Southern Poverty Law Center. Did an article where I mentioned how we had homosexuals in the Israelite community that had recovered from homosexual lifestyle. And of course, Tahar, being the dirty, stinking heathen that he is, turned around and jumped on the opportunity to try to attack me on it and try to say that I had faggots up in Israelite school, UPK, something he know that we never allow and never would allow, and he know just by virtue of me holding the law, statutes, and commandments down exactly as they was handed to me by the heads of the school, knows that I would not allow anything like that to happen. But he sought the opportunity to slander me or attempt to slander me and to make it look like I was doing something that I should not have been doing according to the scriptures. So he forced my hand. So I had to expose to him, which had already been exposed, and to the rest of those that was questioning my authority as a man of God and whether or not I would retrogress into allowing a homosexual community to be built in the Israelite school UPK. I had to expose to him how he had transvestites deep in the midst of GMS. And in doing so, I brought out how Yehanabah, who was in the old school, who Marshall worked feverishly to fix his sexual deviancies, and GMS basically attracts anybody with a sexual problem. Anybody that has a sexual deviancy other than marrying an Israelite woman and procreating like the Lord said. Anybody outside of that joins GMS to expound on their perversion. And as a result, it came out that Yehanabah was wearing his woman's pink panties and defecating in the underwear as a source of sexual pleasure. And it seemed to have ruffled some feathers. I don't know why it ruffled any feathers, because Tahar openly attacked me wrongfully on something that he knew was not true. And I just responded to it, but it seemed like when I responded to the attack, it created a bigger stir. Somebody sent me a recent tape where Yehanabah was on 34th Street having a complete hissy fit about what I said concerning him. But I got to respect him, and I'm going to tell you why. I got to respect him because any man that could be exposed for wearing pink panties and defecating in the panties and get up on the microphone and say that he has the right to do it, that's a bad nigga. Now, I ain't agreeing with him. Don't get it wrong. Meaning he brought out the tape, and he got up on the tape and said, if a man wants to wear his woman's bloomers, that's his business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. In other words, he said, shut the hell up. I'm going to wear my woman's bloomers and defecate in the pink panties as I see fit to do so. And Ricard repeated the same words to a degree when he made the tape in which he said on the tape, if Yehanabah is wearing pink panties, and he didn't say the words defecate in them, they kind of leaves that part out. But, and I mean, understandably, it's a little degrading. But he said if Yehanabah wear pink panties, then the Lord would deal with that, and I don't have any business getting in the middle of it. I don't want to get in the middle of anybody's pink panties. However, I got to tell you, it's wrong. As a man of the Lord, no man is to wear his woman's panties. Don't be putting on your woman's panties like GMS. Now, Tahar know better than this. Tahar know he ain't. Now, I don't know if Tahar wearing panties. Don't nobody say I don't know. But I know that there's a bad trend of sexual problems among GMS members. And let me tell you something on a whole deeper level. On a whole deeper level, GMS was used by Satan, Tahar particularly, to attract many cats that the Lord is getting rid of out of the nation. Like, he is going to be known in the future as a man of what not to do. And the Lord is going to destroy GMS. I feel sorry for the young brothers who don't know better, who are trying to learn the truth, but are either in some city around them or somewhere and believe that they're right, because the disappointment and the pain that they're going to have to suffer for finding out the full truth that I was not lying at any time is going to be horrific on them young brothers. However, let the Lord's will be done, because he is going to destroy GMS. Now, I'm going to get the scriptures on it. Ain't no man. Once again, first of all, let me say this. GMS did not even acknowledge that I told the truth. I didn't lie on Yohana Bar when I said he wore them pink panties. He got up and said, if he wear them bloomers, it ain't nobody's business. Then he got up and said, not him and the brother, I don't know the brother's name, I forget his name. He's another cat that was sitting up under Tahar like a mouse, letting Tahar do every manner of evil he wanted to do and just went along with it. But the brother that was standing there with him turned around and said, and what you doing talking to a man's woman anyway? What business you got doing talking to a man's woman anyway? Okay? Somebody telling me that they got the audio on it. Can we play that? Oh, we got the audio in the studio. Oh, can we please play that? I'm going to let you hear him say it for yourself. Let's hear him say you can wait. But before you hold for you pull it. Hold on, bear with me. Hold for you pull it. Because they turned around also and said, what the hell kind of man are you to let another man's woman run up to you and tell you about what go on with her and her man? Let me tell you something. Any Israelite sister, they got a husband wearing pink panties and shitting in them panties, you call me right away. Call me immediately. Because your man got a serious problem and I'm here to help. Don't you tell me your wife see you in the bathroom with her drawers on, shitting in her drawers, and she can't say nothing. She's supposed to just sit there and go on like business usual. You sitting in the high holy day with her drawers on, a lump of doo-doo in your behind, and she ain't supposed to say nothing. Everybody wondering what they smelling, and you both ain't nobody supposed to say nothing. You out of your damn mind. Listen, Tahar done went off. Okay, they are lunatic society. They Animal House. Them niggas is National Lampoon's Animal House. They done lost their damn mind. Any sister that find that problem in that brother, she gotta tell. You sick. Bad. And how in the hell you gonna say she ain't supposed to say it? And let me tell you something else. Let me give credit where credit is due. Let me give credit where credit is due. Lahab handled that situation right. Lahab, you hate Lahab. Meanwhile, Lahab handled that situation. Nobody knew about that situation for 30 years. Lahab, she didn't come to me, the Yohana Bar's wife. She ran to Lahab. And let me tell you something else your punk ass don't know in GMS. You never asked your bitch ass self, excuse my French, why did she go to Lahab? Because she knew she could trust Lahab. Because he carried himself like a man, not like a panty-wearing bitch. And she knew he carried himself like a man whom you hate. So she ran to him. But listen, Tahar singled out Lahab. He hated all the heads. He hated Yeshaya. He threatened Yeshaya, his whole family. I listened to the tape. He threatened his whole family. I ain't gonna stir no more. Because I tell you, we got an investigation going on about an assassination plot. And when that come out, it's going to be heavy. Okay? But he made some tape where he was like, yeah, Yeshaya, I better not see you on the street. A bunch of evil. Now, I know Yeshaya don't want me bringing his name up. I'm going to leave it alone. Lahab probably don't like it neither. I leave it alone as much as I can leave it alone. But Tahar is a dirty, stinking, selfish, evil bastard. And y'all don't know it. You sitting up there and think he a man of God because he done stole all the scriptures that he learned from the UPK and mixed it in with some crazy religion of chasing white women. So you think he a man of God. That piece of garbage is an animal, man. And I don't believe he's an Israelite. I think he's a dirty, stinking heathen, man. Brothers say he's an Arab. I think he's a devil myself. You understand? That man, the Lord going to deal with him. And all I want you to remember is that I said the Lord was going to deal with him. That I want you to remember. I mean, when it happened, I want you to remember who told you it was going to happen. So when the next time I tell you don't listen to somebody, you'll know I ain't lying. You'll remember and say, he told us about Tahar and GMS. We're going to listen to what he got to say this time. Let's read about it. Can a man wear his woman's bloomers? Let me hear the tape first, please.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Do you know what? Any man here can say that a woman would tell her bedroom secrets to another motherfucking man. But that'll make you a faggot for listening to a woman tell you about another man.
She wasn't telling her bedroom secrets. That wasn't a bedroom. Like, he looked at that like it was love making. He looked at that like she went out and revealed our love secrets. You shitting in her drawers ain't a love secret. It's a sexual deviance. And he said tell her bed secrets. Like it was, listen, GMS been leave me alone. Y'all better leave me alone while you were ahead. Everybody else was smarter than Tahar and left me the hell alone except this piece of garbage. He turned around and said her bedroom secrets. That ain't a bedroom secret, dumbass. That's a sexual problem. She trying to get help for your sick ass. Read. Play some more for me.
I want to know about what another man fucking do. That's some fag ass shit.
That's supposed to be.
If a motherfucker wear bloomers and goddamn woman.
Hold up. I want to know if one of my officers is wearing pink pants. Is anybody in there wearing pink pants? Yaya, you tell me if you catch one of these brothers wearing pink pants. Yaya catch everything. You catch anybody, tell me immediately. Brother, come on, man. You sick. You shouldn't even be on no street. You shouldn't even be representing no Bible. You shouldn't even be trying to pretend to be a man. You should be asking the men and to show you that Tahar is carnal and a beast. And he's not a man of God, and he don't know how to help nobody because he don't know the Bible. You understand? Why the hell didn't Yehonabar's wife run to Tahar and say, Tahar, help me. Yehonabar got a problem. Because he knew his dumb ass wouldn't help her. Probably got on pink panties his goddamn self. So, a man of God would have helped his ass. He shouldn't be standing on no street corner pretending to be speaking the Lord. You shame the Lord. You're supposed to be hiding somewhere trying to get help. You got a sexual misfunction. Bedroom secrets. Lord have mercy. Let's read on. Let me get the good part. Talk about what you can do. Get that whole part again. I hope y'all can hear us out there. If y'all not hearing it, anybody's not hearing it clear, let us know. I'll turn it up or I'll play it louder. Or I'll adjust the mic. Let me know. But it sounds like everybody getting it. Give me a 1 if you hearing this recording clear when it come through.
Raise your hand if you do. Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Do you know what? Any man here can say that a woman would tell her bedroom secrets to another motherfucking man. But that'll make you a faggot for listening to a woman tell you about another man. Right. I want to know about what another man fucking do. That's some fag ass shit.
And you don't want to know what another man do. You didn't want it to come out. That's why they don't want to know. What kind of nonsense is that? And here's the thing. They saying that because they know it's true. That's why he said bedroom secret. And listen, and how could them brothers stand next to him in 34th Street and not want to help him? He got a lump of doo-doo in his pants. And you don't want to help the man? You gonna bring the man to camp with doo-doo in his drawers. And you ain't gonna try to help that man. You talk about you a man of the Most High, called to do the will of the Lord. Man come to you, got a sexual problem, doo-doo in his woman's underwear. You don't help the man. You just bring the man to camp, put him on the street, let him say whatever's in his mind. Tahar is not a man of God. Tahar is a piece of garbage. You hear me? He's a selfish, egotistical pig is what the hell he is, man. And that's all his nasty, disgusting ass will ever be. You understand? Yahanabah been fighting this problem for 20 years. For 20 years he been fighting this problem. And come to find out, he on the internet, on YouTube, looking at transvestite videos. Brother brought it out that he looking at that a brother caught his ass, knew it was him, probably was in GMS, and saw his page on YouTube. And he didn't know this was when YouTube was a lot newer to people. So he didn't know that if you see a video and put it in your favorites to try to save it, that it come up on your home page for everybody to see what videos you like. Well, he put the tranny videos in and clicked favorites on them, and boop, 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 tranny videos popped up on his home page. And the brother recorded it and put the tape out and said, he doing this. Now, this going back a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. Did Tahar try to help the man? No, instead Tahar gonna sit up in there, and then you got the nerve, knowing this man is taking a doo-doo in his woman's underwear, and you know that I done gave my life to teach this truth since I was 19 years old. And you gonna let that man with a lump of doo-doo in his pants step up on a microphone in front of a camera and slander me before the world. The Lord gonna destroy Tahar's ass for that, man. You know I done gave my life to this work, sacrificed everything I had, went down to the grave with everybody else when they tried to destroy the school, worked my way up out the ground with the few brothers the Lord gave me. Didn't ask nobody for nothing. Didn't ask nobody for a dime. Sat on brothers' couches, slept on the floor, traveled back and forth for years with nothing to build these schools back up. And a man come along doodling in his drawers, in his woman's drawers, excuse me. And you gonna put him up in front of a camera to slander me like I'm just anybody you can slander. Let the Lord show you who I am, you piece of garbage, man. Let the Most High show you who I am. Since you ain't got enough integrity to respect the man of the Lord, to bring any animal up among you, and then you don't even help the man. You know the man had the problem since back in the days of Marshall. And you find out he still got the problem, and instead of helping him, you validate it. Marshall would have never let him stand on some street corner and say that nonsense. But you're going to let him go on the street corner and say ain't nobody got the right to say nothing about him. Meaning, in other words, after 20 years, he no longer got to hide that he wear pink panties and that he doing sexual deviancy with his woman. Now he get up and say, don't nobody better not say nothing. You got faggots in GMS. And you are a faggot building organization is what you are, just like the Christian church, who also love white people and believe in all kinds of freaked out gods and got all kinds of sexual problems and molestation. That's why Tahar like to rape little girls and Yahanabah like to do it too, you dirty, stinking, filthy, lying bastards is what you are, man. You ain't got no right to do the things that you do. And ain't nobody gonna wonder what happened to your ass when the Lord destroy you. Ain't nobody gonna wonder what happened. My officers in this school, when you were slandering me, when Tahar was slandering me, my officers came to me. One of them, sitting right here now, said something back to GMS on Facebook. I tore my hymen out the frame over the shit. And he went back and tore his ass up over the shit. I acted like Muhammad wrote the shit. So how dare you let these brothers say something about Tahar? They don't know him. I know him. And I knew he was a piece of garbage then. But I still didn't let no young man talk against his authority or against what he was supposed to be. Gave that bastard the benefit of the doubt, even though he was talking against me. And the young men came to me and said, well, General, he talking against you. I said, don't worry about it. 2 years I shut my mouth. But instead of helping that piece of shit, it's turned him around and made him more bold until he face to face with one of my officers and found out that UPK, no cowards is among us, brother. There ain't no cowards in the UPK, brother. You gonna find that out. Ain't no cowards up in here, brother. Not in these ranks. That's what the hell you gonna find out. You understand? And he found that out, and then all of a sudden there's a big old uproar. You want to fight. Every other video, he ain't going to say it to my face. What you going to do if I do? You going to put your hands on me? You going to hurt me? That's what you want to do? You want to kill me? Because I say the words that I say. Words do kill you, huh? GMS is garbage, man. Tahar was never a man. Was never a man of God or nothing else. He always been an old slimy, backdoor, scheming ass nigga is what he, scheming ass devil is what he is. Until I hear further. He's a scheming ass devil. I ain't buying it. He's a Haitian. You understand? Let me hear the tape one more time.
If a motherfucker wear bloomers in his goddamn woman's bloomers in his fucking bedroom, that's his fucking business. I don't want to know about this shit. You motherfucker. And when you make an accusation, you gotta have some pictures and proof of shit, man.
Wait a minute, pause that! Wait a minute, pause that! The nigga said, if you make the accusation, you got to have some pictures. Your Honorable just said if he wearing bloomers in the bedroom with his woman, it ain't nobody business. And he turned around and said, you got to have pictures. That's how the white man think. He know you a child molester. Well, we don't have any evidence. Right. Where's that in the Bible? I'd like to know. You got to have pictures and proof. Did y'all ever read that scripture? I ain't never read that scripture. GMS always act like they know a scripture. What scriptures say you got to have pictures and proof? Them priests put people to death in the spirit. Joshua turned around and said, find out who took the garment, the Lord showed it to him. And he went and said, why did you do this? When Ananias held back the money, Peter said, why have you done this against the Holy Spirit? He ain't say, we got pictures of you putting the money underneath your back mattress. He said, why have you done this against the Holy Spirit? That's what Peter said. GMS don't know the Bible. They dummies. They left the truth. The Lord removed his spirit from them because they left out of the body. And they just been niggas running around reading scriptures and doing nothing that the Bible says. Instead of parading that man out onto the street with a microphone to try to battle me, something that every GMS member done tried and failed. You think y'all have got the message already? Instead of doing that, why in the hell don't you help your Hanabar and get him a goddamn therapist? So the therapist can ask him, Mr. Yohanabar, why do you feel it necessary to defecate in your wife's underwear? Why don't you get him some help, you retrogressive bastard? And that's what they about. They about pushing their wickedness as though it's righteous. And it's what every wicked man does. He'll take his wickedness and he'll push it to righteousness. Let me get a couple scriptures on this. Y'all want to get a couple on this? Let me get a couple. Let me get one. I want to get one myself if I could before I pass it to y'all to get some more. Get me Isaiah 59 and 6. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. Really, you want to understand GMS, read the whole 59th chapter of Isaiah. And I want to tell everybody, listen to me good, everybody out there listening to this show. At the end of this show, I want you to go to our website and go to our blog. Big up to ISUPK, because he puts together a hellified blog. And he got a story that I'm not going to be able to read tonight. But I want you to read this story. It makes good reading. It's called Fallen Gospel Phenomenon to Judge. I Am Change. And it's a story about a cat that was recognized by Ronald Reagan as a prodigy. A Negro that came out of the church, of course, singing and all that. This nigga done spent 20 years going to jail and robbing and sticking up people from learning that prodigy in the church. You worrying about a microchip? You read that story and you'll see what destroys black people. A microchip ain't got nothing to do with it. That Christian church and that Muslim mosque destroyed black people way better than any microchip ever could. Okay, so after the show, y'all flip on to the blog right on our website, www.isupk.com, and you'll be able to check that story out. It's a beautiful story about how a brother that got recognized by Esau went up to the height of Esau and got destroyed. Let's read Isaiah 59. I'm going to turn it over to the brothers to give me some scriptures on this whole thing with the panty gate, and then we're going to move on. Again, I apologize. I'm not going to get to them calls tonight. Y'all know that. It's already 12:05. These are going to be the last few scriptures, but I'm going to try again next week to open up these lines because I so desperately want to talk to everybody out there, especially as we coming up to the Passover, including my boys from GMS. I want to know what they got to say about it. I want to ask Yohanabah a question. He jumped up in this same tape that the Tazaryak played. In this same tape, he jumped up and said he know when a woman is on her period because he got 4 daughters. Now, what I would like to know is, since Yohanabah is in GMS, is Yohanabah going to offer up his 4 daughters to be raped by the members of GMS, seeing he's a GMS member and they believe in raping? So is he going to offer up the 4 daughters to Tahar? So Tahar, I'm sure, he said they know when they had their period. They didn't have their period because he know when they have it. So is he turning the 4 daughters over to be raped by the members of GMS, since he in an organization that believes in raping young girls? So that's what I'd like to know. But in the meantime, let's talk about Pantygate. Read.
Isaiah chapter 59, verse 6. Their webs shall not become garments.
Right. Their webs are not going to become garments. The things they try to sew together are not going to be fulfilled. Go ahead.
Neither shall they cover themselves with their work.
And the things that they doing, GMS is going to come to nothing. Is what it's going to come to. All this that they doing is going to come to nothing because the Lord is against it, because the Lord wants us to stop sinning. And you can't build no organization claiming that you're going to serve the Lord and you promote sinning. And when your sinning gets exposed, you turn around and say, ain't no man got no business about what a man do with his woman in the bedroom when you taking a dump in your woman's panties. Okay? You ain't going to stand on your sin and expect the Lord to bless that sin and to make you prosper. Unless, of course, you bring in devils. Then you might do all right. Read.
Their works are works of iniquity.
Their works are works of iniquity. What they do are works of wickedness, man. Go ahead.
And the act of violence is in their hands.
And the acts of violence are in their hands. Go ahead.
Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood.
Their feet run to evil. You bring out the evil instead of running from the evil. They turn around and say, ain't nobody got nothing to say about it. That's just like the Christian church. Just like Eddie Long. He and them molesting them little boys. They bring him up on the carpet. He turn around and say, I'm like David, and I got 5 stones, and I ain't thrown one. Then he pay off all the little boys and go back in the church like nothing ever happened. That's GMS. They just like Christians. Christians love white people. GMS love white people. Christians believe in nothing but sinning. GMS full of lust and sin. Chasing down white women. That's what's killing black people. GMS got the mark of the beast. Tahar got the mark of the beast. Christian church got the mark of the beast. The Muslim mosque got the mark of the beast, which is the spirit of this evil, filthy, wicked, sinful world. Read.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Get ready, clip it. Go ahead.
Wasting and destruction are in their path.
You hear what the Lord said? Wasting and destruction is in their path, man. That's what they do. Exterminate the black woman. Fight against every brother. It's no wonder that GMS fights against every brother that sets up a camp somewhere and try to teach. Them bastards come up against them and call them, because Tahar is a narcissistic bastard. He go to bed and wake up every day thinking of his own thinking of his own glory. And that's all that piece of garbage could ever think about. Once again, like I said, him and Tazadaka is the same. They just got two different methods for the same goal, which is self-worship. That's why he run around subliminally telling everybody he's Paul Reed.
The way of peace they know not.
They don't know the way of peace. Tahar knew he was dead wrong to let Win Bitch stand up and say what he said to my officer. He was wrong for calling him over. He was wrong for slandering me for 2 years, and I ain't even answering him. He know he was wrong. But he don't know the way of peace. He don't know how to solve this because he's too narcissistic and too proud. And every week some wickedness that they doing come out. Every week. Nobody knew until the officers in the UPK exposed them as a bunch of white woman chasers. Loving crackers is what they really about. And that's just like a heathen, and it's why heathens is all over the top of it. Gonna be in charge of all them damn camps. We done been in slavery 400 years. You gonna put black people back in slavery under white people with their identity. And y'all say, I'm from the government. You better check that bastard out. He been disrupting and causing confusion in the school since the 80s. Since the 80s, he been whispering in people's ear and starting confusion. That's why Win Bitch admitted it when he brought up about Marshall and how it got exposed that he had a white woman. And to show you how wicked Win Bitch was, them brothers pulled him up on the carpet for getting a white woman. Instead of him repenting for doing it, he turned around and ran out there with Tahar and start a religion and teach everybody to get white women. And you telling me they men of God, they righteous? You a fool if you following them. You are a idiot to believe that these fools are men of the Lord. They left the truth, man. And it's evident that they left the truth. And like the scripture said, it is evident that they was never among us. Why is it evident? Because we finding out all the wicked things they was doing when they was among us. That's why the Lord got rid of them from being among us. Read.
And
like everybody like to pull that scripture. They're not with us. They're not among us. You know how it go. They're not among us because they're not of us. I'm paraphrasing. Everybody love to read that scripture. Well, guess what? Like he like to say, we got proof and pictures that you ain't with us. Because we see it on what you done did and what you was doing while you was with us. Read.
And there is no judgment in their going.
And there ain't no judgment in their going. They supposed to have judgment on this. Instead, they more mad with me for bringing out that Yohana Bar is wearing them panties and doodling in the panties. Instead of helping the man and being just about it. If that would have happened in here, I'd have been tearing Muhammad's head off in here. How in the hell you let this happen? Some man come in here and not get fixed with this. And have this problem and have somebody on the outside come in here and show us what's wrong with this brother. And we up in here supposed to be men of God, supposed to help this man. I'd have been outraged. I wouldn't have been trying to come against the man that brought it out. I'd be trying to fix the problem in my organization. But Tahar's a real gutter rat. And that gutter rat, rather he just get out there and say it's all right. Well, I want every GMS member, you got homework. Y'all call up Tahar tonight. And you ask Tahar if it's all right if you could wear pink panties and see what he said. See what that piece of garbage got to say about that. Since he don't answer no other questions, no way. Read.
They have made them crooked paths.
They have what?
Made them crooked paths.
They made crooked paths, man. That's a crooked path they done created in that religion of GMS. That's a crooked path. There's nothing straight about that. It's crooked, and the Lord exposes it every day. Nobody knew they was in there wearing pink panties. We exposed it. Nobody knew they was getting high. We exposed it. Nobody knew they was chasing white women. We exposed it. Nobody knew they was bringing white people up in there. We exposed it. The most mercy of the Lord had us expose all those things, man. You understand? And they were so good at it, they were saying it on tape, but ain't nobody take it up because every other word out their mouth was the white man, the devil, the white man, the devil, the white man, the devil. So you just took for granted they was against the white man. Till you start taking a closer look. These old young prophets up in here, they watching tape damn near frame by frame, catch everything. They be catching all my shit. Excuse my friend. They catch all my mistakes. General, you know you did this. You know you did that. You know what I mean? So you know they're going to catch GMS nonsense. Big up to Mashak Mayan. He's a terrorist with them tapes. Big up to General Muhammad, too. You know what I mean? Read on, Makapa.
Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
You go in and get in there, you ain't going to know peace. And that's what's going on in there now. Because the heart is always starting some trouble with somebody. You ain't going to know the way of peace. And on top of it, the Lord ain't going to give you no rest. That's why he attacking and tearing their ass up every day in that group. Because he ain't going to give you no rest, man. You going to sit up there and let wickedness sit up among you. You understand? The men in GMS, that's why they hating each other. They ain't getting no rest. That's why that brother brought it out on that tape about how much they hate each other and talk about each other. Backbiting, fighting each other and all that. Mad and angry with each other. You understand? Well, Yohanan Bar, don't be mad. Get your panties out of a bunch. Matter of fact, take them panties off, hell. Don't wear them no more, hell. Like, how you gonna, I see him on the tape. The first thing go to my mind is, do he got the panties on? Then I check his eyebrows to see if he done plucked them eyebrows again. It's a jam up. So I'm supposed to fix that man and help that man. He don't love these brothers, man. And that's why he don't deserve to be over no brother. How the hell you gonna say you love Win Bitch seeing him acting like that? And you ain't gonna straighten him out. A lot of y'all ran from the discipline and the authority of the Israelite school of UPK and went out there and became a goddamn lunatic. You in the street doing every sin and evil. You getting high. You chasing down every $2 hole you can find. You're shooting up the neighborhood. You're going to jail. You know how many Israelites left the truth and went to jail? One brother left out of here just, not too long ago. In jail the next day. Writing letters. Please, y'all get me the hell up out of here. Playing with the Most High. Playing with the Lord. He done got his act together, too. He flipped the script right back. He cleaned that. That's all he needed was about a 24-hour test. I'm going to step out on this side for 1 minute. Whoop! Whop! Back in. Shalom. That was the end of that. A lot of them brothers ran out there and didn't want to, he had no discipline. So Hall was one of them. Hated the men over him. I loved the men that was over me. Boy, I loved it. Lahab checked me. I loved it. Every time he did. I loved it. I sit up in that class as a young man and look up at Marsha and Ariah. And brothers used to hate that I loved them so much. They used to hate that I looked at them like with as such a man of God. They hated that. Well, I did. I didn't give a damn. I ain't had my poor father had to leave my old loudmouth mother. I love my mother. She's probably listening to this now. But she's a monster like all the rest. You understand? Like all the rest of the black women. And he had to run the hell up out of there. Leave his 4 babies up in there. I ain't had no father. 18 years old, smoking all the weed I could find on my way to the penitentiary, man. On my way to the graveyard. And them brothers got hold of me, man, and straightened my ass out and gave me a life, man. Gave me a chance to live. I ain't had a single broken bone in my body. I ain't got no criminal record. I ain't done a single crime in this empire or had a crime done against me. I ain't never been robbed. I ain't never been carjacked. I done lived a safe and wonderful life. I still look 25 according to some of the brothers. And my vanity make me agree. Yeah. You understand? I done had a wonderful life in this truth. Miss every brother, friends and foes. I can't even hate my enemies that much, man, because I done had it so good. How am I hate a nigga that I done had it so good? He hate me, well, shit. You just hate me, nigga. And, you know, man, I still love him. Ones that did me wrong and all that. Dop and Rob on cold cut my throat to overthrow that school. I miss Dop to this day. Miss him. He walked in this room right now, give him a hug like I can't even explain. I hugs Mayak just to make up for the love of Mayak and Dop. I hugs him for both of them. You understand? Now, they'll be saying I'm a sodomite tomorrow. See, he hugging other brothers. He's a faggot, I'm telling you. No, I ain't no faggot, and I ain't wearing no women panties. But I love this brotherhood that was handed down to me by Marshal Aryan Yaikwa. I loved it. I loved sitting in them chairs and other brothers sitting next to me with different personalities and styles and different walks of life from different places, man, with stories of greatness and the knowledge of the truth and the understanding that we was a family. I loved every bit of it. And I was there. No man, ask any man, friend or foe, ask the nigga that hate me the most, was I zealous when I was coming up? You better know I was. You better know. They mad at me now. He done had the brothers on the oil tables working with no money. You right. Marshall checked me on it. I was wrong. I was wrong. I had them on the oil tables. Didn't pay them for 7 months. They sacrificed, did what is damn near amounts to a miracle when they did it, and it was beautiful. And guess what? Working with me is a hard thing to do. Salakia, y'all, I think that's me. Working with me is a hard thing to do because I love this truth with zeal. And I run with this knowledge of this truth. And I ain't breaking these laws for no pink panty wearing, woman chasing, white girl loving bunch of chumps for nobody. You understand? And yeah, we worked 7 months on them oil tables and made money on them oil tables, and nobody got paid on them oil tables. All the money came to me. And what did I do with the money? I didn't keep one dime. I took that money and put on that Black Watch show, and then just to be more brotherly, I didn't even sit up there and make it a show about me. I turned around and set up the Black Watch show with all the money, and then guess what? Put everybody else on the show, including Dirty Stinking Tahar. And you hate me for sacrificing and asking the men in our camp to sacrifice to put this show on to wake up so many brothers, and then I didn't take the money for myself, and I didn't take the glory for myself. And for that you want to hate me? Well, go ahead and hate me. Only just give me some brothers that's willing to do it again, because I sure loved it and want to rock it again. You understand? Like, that's some fucking manhood. You understand? I got to get up out of here. They running me off the damn microphone. I got to go. I had another 10 minutes, man. I'm leaving, y'all. I'm sorry I didn't get the calls. I'll see you next week. Join me April 4th for the Passover. I guarantee you it'll be a night of brotherhood and sisterhood like you've never seen before. You sisters need a husband? Come on. I got officers. They out rolling hard. They ready for you. Y'all come on through. You gonna love them. I guarantee it. I'll see y'all that night. I'm out of here, man. Shalom, Israel. Y'all take care. Happy Purim to everybody. I'll see y'all next time. Shalom.